Hey everybody, Dr. Dallas here, and the question for today is, when do we turn the garden? I know all of the general principles for gardening says that right around this time, fall time, you start using a lot of this as compost. It's always best to turn it right into the soil, till it. But just about 2 weeks ago, as many of you saw the tomatoes that I plucked, I gathered most of the tomatoes. I left some green tomatoes just in case they would be able to get enough sunlight to ripen up. Now just look at this. I've got another 2 buckets of tomatoes that I can pull today easily. Also, my squash and zucchini did absolutely nothing for me earlier in the year, but I never take any life because I don't give life, especially with the tomatoes, because they all came back from last year. They just popped up wherever they wanted to. So now look what's happening. So we get our whole second batch of everything. Even the flowers, I have a problem finding dead bulbs. So every time that I prune them, which is for the last 2 or 3 weeks, then this is what happens. We get new growth. Of course, today's lesson is never give up on anything, especially your friends, because they're just like flowers. They'll continue to bloom. I keep a lot of these out for the bumblebees. Look at this gorgeous flower. It comes out occasionally and it goes back in. And then we have the famous herb plot, which just won't go away. I mean, you just have to, someone needs to hit you with a brick if you ever go into the store and buy any type of peppermint when you have any type of green grass near your house, or just a bucket with some dirt, because mint will just regrow and regrow and regrow. We have the basil that really needs to be cut. I'm gonna, when I'm out here and I'm cutting and I'm pulling nice chives, you can smell chives, you can smell lemon mint, peppermint, chocolate mint. My rosemary came up beautiful. Look at this. The sorrel is coming back after a second blooming. I mean, a lot of this I cut back. This I just bit down because it needs to come up. More tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. I keep saving the cabbage. I told Jackie Hill Henderson that I would bring her some cabbage. She said she didn't want the sauerkraut. Just go ahead and cook it. Here's what happens at the top of our okra plant. Very beautiful bloom. So look at all those red tomatoes back there that need to be picked. Just pure neglect. I know my neighbors thought that I died or something. They're like, whoa, what's happening over there? I've just been resting up a bit here. More red cabbage that needs to be picked. They're just tomatoes everywhere. Unbelievable. I picked 2 or 3 buckets of tomatoes just last week. Look, they're just, that's the name of the yard. It's Dallas Tomato Farm. So I think we will wait a few more weeks before we start to plant some fall lettuce. And all of this, if you're out here and you pull it, you can smell it. They're onions that I planted many years ago when the whole backside was actually farmland. And that's when we were out of control. Look at these tomatoes. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed your 4 minutes with me. Didn't mean to be that long. I just wanted to say, who are we to decide that something needs to be pulled up? Just let things grow until they completely die, where it's no longer a question. I kept wondering, do I turn these beautiful flowers every morning? I'm getting new blooms. Even with some of the ones that usually fade out by now, they're just continuing to grow. So let them do their thing another few weeks. Look at my black eye Susies. Really coming out well. At the end of the year, they didn't do anything earlier in the summer. So there you have it. Obviously, we're not doing true popcorn today. I've been trying to cut my grass for 4 days now. I just want to get up here and show you the poinsettia. Isn't that just wonderful? And I had to pull some things because I took it inside and then I brought it back outdoors, but it's still looking gorgeous. And here's my little rose pot that someone gave me earlier this summer that I repotted, and look at it, just taking great course. It's going to be beautiful next year when I replant it. Everything else is cool. We just have to figure out when we're going to do some things. Jalapenos are still growing. I've got lots of little chili limes over here as well. Look. So you don't get rid of things until they're ready to completely die. So we'll see. We'll give it another couple of weeks before we start doing our fall thing. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Go out and enjoy the beautiful sun.